Hey there, you filthy flapjacks. You're listening to the Ear Coffee Podcast. Welcome to the next episode of the Ear Coffee Podcast. Today I am joined by Abe Anderson, member of Nice, and also a guy who just put out his first solo EP. How are you feeling about, I guess, at this point, looking forward to it?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I mean, if we're talking about like this EP I'm putting out, I don't know, it's interesting because these songs I've been working on for a long time. They've just kind of been sitting on the back burner, and I finally got them all finished up. So yeah, I'm excited to get them out there and have people hear them.
What inspired you to actually, I guess, finish them if there was finishing to do, or at the very least, actually finally put them out?
Yeah, so like a lot of the songs are kind of ideas from an old band I was in, actually with Sage from Nice as well, but we just like, it never really kind of turned into anything, but I still wanted to like finish the songs. And as well, it was kind of like a learning process for me, because over the last year I've been getting more into like producing as well and like mixing and mastering music. So this was kind of like the project for me to learn how to do all that stuff, and I wanted to be like come with the final product that I was super happy with and learn all that stuff along the way making it. So.
If the songs, since they were written so long ago, when did you spend most of your time actually working on them? Like, were the songs pretty much done within the context of that old band, and then you just needed to find a way to kind of revitalize them and get them recorded? Or have the songs kind of changed a lot since those original ideas?
So they've actually probably changed quite a bit. Like if you were to listen to the old versions, they're completely different. They're just when I say they're taken from those old songs, it's like a lot of the riffs or the melodies are taken from those, but the song structures and like the arrangements have all kind of changed as I've been recording them. And because like, you know, that was in a band, so I was just playing guitar, and now I'm doing all the instruments and all the production myself, so it obviously changed a bit from that.
Okay, so you did record all the parts yourself then?
Yep.
Oh, that's really impressive. That's cool. What sets these songs apart from any others you might have written over the years? Was there like, these were just the best ones, or was it kind of a more personal reason for these 4 tracks?
Yeah, I think these were, at least, I mean, I have tons and tons of like demos and songs that I've recorded, but these ones just kind of, I thought that they fit together well, and they were kind of representative of my best work, because I definitely think they're better than a lot of the other stuff that I've recorded. And yeah, I don't know, I felt like I had more songs. I probably had like 4 or 5 other songs that were near being finished that could have been contenders for this EP, but none of them really fit together like these 4 songs did.
It's kind of interesting that you talk about how these 4 fit together, because tracks like Pop Tab, Somersault, and Brown Water, those fit together quite nicely, but Summer 17 is such an unexpected, I guess, I mean, I don't think departure is necessarily a negative word, but it's just so radically different, where it's just like the acoustic and like the finger picking and everything. Why did you include that specific song along with like the other kind of more punky, a little bit heavier, like rock tracks?
I just thought that made like a good intro track. And that's also like the oldest song on there. Like I wrote that like a couple years ago, like as the
in Summer 17.
But yeah, I don't know. I just like, I really wanted to release that one, and I was like really super happy with the way the end turned out on it.
Goodness.
Like the big instrumental part, because I had never done like a full percussion section before, and I just wanted to like try it. So
yeah,
I don't know. I just kind of wanted to include that on there.
Yeah, that was my like favorite moment on the entire EP. I just kept on going back to it. That's such a just unexpected, just crescendo at the end there. Were there plans to go kind of more in that sonic direction? Like, were there more like kind of acoustic songs that you were considering, and then they didn't really gel with the other other tracks?
I've definitely got more songs in that vein. They're just still in the works, coming out in the future, but not Hopefully. In this EP.
Yeah. What's your favorite moment on the EP? Is it like that ending as well?
That's a good question. Yeah, I think I definitely like that end of Summer 17, but at the same time, I think my favorite song on it is Brown Water, just because I don't know, I really like the odd time signature riff in it, and the ending. I'm happy with how it sounded. Because I like to try and make things sound like big or like triumphant or something. And I think I kind of, out of all the songs, the end of Brown Water, I'm proud of.
Yeah, it's a good end for the entire EP. In the kind of bio that you put out, like the press release for the EP, I guess, you describe yourself as a nervous singer, but from just listening to it, most of the vocals seem like, I mean, they're not like crazy opera vocals or like professional singing, but that's, you can't expect that. But they're still quite confident and self-assured. Was that a process you had to work toward just through like practice and kind of just repetition, or was it more instantaneous where you just kind of flipped the switch and decided to shoot your shot?
It was repetition. And like, it was basically me telling myself of like, I never got over that, then I never put anything out. So like, I never really do anything. And after just like recording so many like demos on my own, eventually I just got used to it and it didn't bother me as much.
Yeah, that's kind of encouraging to just any other people that are like trying to record their own stuff. Just keep on doing it. What reason were you kind of reluctant to put more personal lyrics out there in the world? Like, I understand just kind of that natural like reprehension where you don't want to overshare or just share openly with complete strangers, but was there, I guess, more of a reason for why you were reluctant to do that, or was it pretty simple?
I don't know. I guess I'm a pretty introverted person in general, and I don't like usually bring that stuff up, in conversation, or like if something's bothering me, I usually just like don't tell people about it. I don't know. And like, it was just also in writing lyrics, like I had trouble writing lyrics that I could stand behind, and I guess I just had to take that more personal route to actually come up with something that I thought was lyrically passable and not just gibberish.
And like that actually reflected, I guess, like the emotions you wanted to put into the songs and like convey what you were feeling.
Yeah.
Was there any pressure? I'm guessing it would, in theory, be mostly internal, but any pressure to make songs that sounded like Nice, since, I mean, obviously that's the band that you're in, and even with the heavier tracks on the EP, it's like still like a lot heavier. Nice songs are. Was there pressure to ever make to go that direction, or were you more conscious of going the opposite direction? Was that something that was in your mind at all?
I mean, I didn't really feel any pressure to sound like Nice. I mean, kind of the point of this was just like all the things that don't fit with Nice, I can kind of put out, under my own name, things that I still enjoy. And it's not like, I mean, it's definitely a lot different than Nice's stuff, but I don't think it's like a completely different world. There's still like rock songs,
Yeah.
But
I mean, maybe with the exception of Summer 17, that's just at least sonically a bit of a departure. But yeah,
the other three are,
What was most rewarding, like the most rewarding part of recording and releasing the EP?
I think the most rewarding part was like after I really started getting a hang of the production side of things, and I was actually happy with how it sounded, because normally everything I've recorded before, I'm just like, after I finish it, I'm like, this is all right, but I'm not like super happy with it, and I don't want to like show it to anybody. And then like, I think it was Somersault was like the first song that I was super happy with how it sounded. And I just had like, I was listening to the mix in the car, and I'm like, dang, this actually doesn't sound bad. I could like, and then it was, I don't know, that was like encouraging for me to keep getting better at the production side of things. And I guess like the instrumentally or lyrically, like I've been recording demos forever, so it hasn't, I don't know, that part didn't really feel all that different, but it was like actually hearing the final product that I was proud of.
Did you just have do you have a setup like at your place, at like your house or apartment or whatever, or do you have like a space that you would go to record in? or anything like
Oh,
that?
I recorded it in my garage and my bedroom. That was it.
That's that's like that punk spirit right there. That's great.
Yeah,
Um,
I work with what I got.
mhm. What does the title of the EP kind of, what does it mean to you? Because I was just kind of thinking over it when I was planning out questions and whatnot, and um, it's kind of almost anti-slacker to really put yourself out there in the way that you do with this EP, just inherently with putting out music, but also with putting out that kind of personal songwriting and just presenting yourself in a new light. Why did you choose the title of Slacker then? What thought process went into that for you?
I chose the title Slacker because I find myself like I beat myself up a lot about not doing enough, and like I feel like if I'm just sitting around doing nothing, I don't know. I often like feel like I'm a slacker, and I don't know if I am, and it's just like I have to feel like I'm constantly doing things, or else I feel like I'm lazy. I don't know. That's kind of where the name comes from.
Okay, I feel that. Did your outlook on making art or making music, or even just kind of how you view your own life, did that change throughout the process of putting these out? Because it's a huge leap for anyone to really do something as kind of dramatic as putting out songs like this.
Right. I don't really feel that different. I did release some like solo stuff a long time ago, but I didn't like put it on Spotify or anything. I think it's just like on Bandcamp.
Yeah.
And that was more just like me. I didn't really tell anybody that I uploaded it. I just kind of put it there. But yeah, I don't know. This is like the first time for my own music I've really tried to actually get it out there or put any real effort into it. So yeah, I guess like the biggest change was just like realizing that I can do a whole project on my own, and I'm more encouraged to do similar things in the future. So I will definitely be putting out more music soon. I am working on recording another single as we speak.
Ooh, that's exciting. It sounds like it was, just from hearing you talk about it for the last like 15 minutes, but was the process cathartic for you?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely had its ups and downs. Like most of the time it was really fun. I enjoy like really working from the ground up and hearing like each piece get into the recording and how it like builds on top of each other. But then a lot of the times I would work for, like 3-4 hours on a part and it just wouldn't sound right. And I'd feel like I wasted like half a day just trying to like get a tambourine part right or something. Cause I didn't realize how hard it was to record tambourine until I tried to do it and get everything in time. Tambourine and shaker. It's, you don't think about it when you actually try to record it. It's like, it takes work.
If you could work with one local like musician or band on a song, who would it be? Like you could say like Prince or something, or you could say someone that's actually like in the scene. It could just, as long as they're local. I'm curious to see what you think about that.
Okay, I think I would work with Kate Milanofi. Her new EP is incredible.
Yeah.
And I like absolutely love piano, but I cannot play it at all. And that's like, yeah, she's like incredibly talented, a great pianist and a great singer.
Yeah.
So yeah, if there's anybody I could work with, it'd definitely be Kate.
We'll get you guys on a bill together sometime and see what comes from that.
Sure.
Since you've been just in the scene for so long, either as part of bands or now with your solo stuff, what has the scene meant to you over the years, either on your own, as you're putting out your own stuff now, or as a part of a band?
So, yeah, I think the scene has like overall been really accepting to me and whatever projects I've been in. And it's really been like, I mean, I have been in it for a little while, but not like an extremely long time, probably only 2.5 years or so. And like before that, I didn't really realize all this DIY stuff existed. Like in high school or like the first year, like after I was out of high school, I didn't know any of like this house show, like these house shows existed or all these amazing like DIY artists until I met Sage. And then eventually I filled in on a show for Nice. And then eventually I started playing with Nice, playing all these house shows. I'm like, this is super cool. And it was like, it's really amazing being able to find so many like-minded people that are just like everybody's just scraping by, but at the same time, like making all this amazing art and just like doing what they love. So it definitely like it means a lot to me. And I'm from like outside of the cities, and moving into the cities, it's been like one of the coolest experiences over the past couple of years.
Yeah. Since you're one of the almost rare bands that's part of a label family, it seems like a lot of people are doing it solo. What's it been like being a member of the Brace Cove crew now, as like with your band and also just with this EP?
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. I think it's definitely cool seeing like my name on an artist roster with a whole bunch of really cool artists that I like and that I listen to. And I guess it didn't feel that much different just adding my name to Brace Cove, because Nice has been with Brace Cove for a while now.
Yeah.
Definitely gonna try and get some tapes made here.
Ooh. I always love just hearing what people's favorite albums are of all time. And also I'm curious what your favorite album of the year so far is. Non-local, local, whatever.
That's a good question. I think all time, this might sound super basic, but I love the Killers, and probably Sam's Town. I've been like listening to that.
Kind of contrarian pick. I love that.
I like it's between like Hot Fuss and Sam's Town, but lately it's been Sam's Town for me. And I don't know. I love like the theatrical huge production, and like Brandon's vocals are amazing. Everything's amazing on it.
Good.
Drums are so good. And for like this year, I think Pup's new record is really cool.
Yeah.
I've been listening to that one a lot. But there's been like a whole bunch of cool stuff that's come out this year. But that's like the one I've been coming back to the most, I think.
Yeah. It's very comfortable, very reassuring, while still being like a really just exciting electric listen. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah. It's got that one metal song on it. That was insane.
Yeah. All right, last question. Are there going to be any solo like shows, or either solo or like you with a band where you're playing these songs and maybe unreleased songs live anytime in the near future, or is it just kind of maybe an eventual dream at this point?
So I'm working on it.
Working on it. Okay.
I want to, but I have to find a band. I have like half a band right now. So.
Okay. Just get some drum machines.
Yeah, it's definitely going to come in the future, but it might be a little while. Okay.
Well, that's all very exciting. Thank you so much to Abe Anderson for talking with me about his new EP, Slacker. It's came out August 23rd. Make sure to check it out. It's going to be on all streaming services and Bandcamp, yeah?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. Give it a listen. It's super, super good. Well, thank you so much for talking to me, Abe.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, take care, man.
The Ear Coffee Podcast is a companion to the blog of the same name. If you like this episode, please leave us a rate and review so we can stand out among the other music podcasts. You can follow us at Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram @Ear Coffee. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you next time.